morning, friends. Welcome to another Light for the Journey. What a great, beautiful snowstorm. It might be a little inconvenient, but holy cow, we got somewhere around 10 inches, we think, at our house, and it's pretty, and it'll be a mess today. So, uh, thinking a lot about how in our current time, it seems like parts of the pandemic are beginning to wind down, and we're certainly moving into some new realities. A lot of our organizations and governing organizations are lightening the restrictions. All of the major school systems in our area have dropped the mask mandates. And of course, we're moving into doing more and more things together as community. One of the things we noted when we did our summer camps last year with the students, a lot of them hadn't had a regular semester of school for like 3 semesters at that time. And they were having to relearn how to be together. And I was thinking about that in terms of folks who are part of the church that I serve at St. Thomas. And even in my own sense of community, that sense of connection, even with people I've been very close to and very connected with, has changed. And in some ways, even I've forgotten how to do group stuff. Or I find myself, maybe you find yourself like this when there's a lot of people in a room, you're suddenly like, oh, should I be here? Because for a couple of years now, we've been conditioning ourselves to not do group things. And I think one of the hard things for us is going to be that getting that depth of connection back. For those of us who walk in the Christian path, connection to a community is core to our identity as people. We find our connection in Christ, of course, and in our sharing of communion, but the sharing of communion is done in community. And even, for us, we share a common, common bread, common cup. And those things were almost impossible for much of the pandemic. And to think about that sense of depth of community, or in a Bible study, or in a small group, or a neighborhood group, or youth group, or whatever it is that we gather in, how critical that is for all of us to have that depth of connection and that relationship. Brene Brown writes, I define connection as the energy that exists between people when they feel seen, heard, and valued, when they can give and receive without judgment, and when they can derive sustenance and strength from the relationship. I think we all yearn for that depth of connection, and part of maybe our quickness to drop our carefulness is also because that connection is so critical to our mental health, to our well-being. And we are coming out of this time for a lot of people of great isolation, and yearning for that connection. Think about that in terms of your own faith walk, and who do you need to reconnect with in your life? Who do you yearn to have that depth of connection and being with? Who do you wish you could sit for a long time with and have that meal? And how do you yearn to feel safe again in community and with others? It's that part of what Brene Brown's about, how when we're in that community and we feel seen, we feel heard, and we feel valued, how meaningful that can be for all of us. I hope you have a great day. Have a great weekend. Stay warm and build a snowman or snowwoman. Take care.